Hello friends, I am Professor Akash सावंत. आय होप तुम्ही सगळेजण आपल्या घरी सेफ असाल, व्यवस्थित असाल. ओके. सो बेसिकली आता कोरोनाच्या पिरियडमध्ये आपल्याला आता मोठा लॉकडाऊन लागलेला आहे. त्यामुळे आपल्या लेक्चर्स बरंच नुकसान झालेलं आहे. आपले लेक्चर्स होऊ शकलेले नाही आहेत. आपला जो काही शेवटचा पार्ट राहिला होता इंजिनिअरिंग इकॉनॉमिक्सचा, तो आपल्याला आता बाय व्हिडिओ लेक्चर्स आपल्याला आता हा कवर करायचा आहे. ओके. आय होप की तुम्ही लॉकडाऊन पिरियडमध्ये तुमच्या बुद्धीचे शटर डाऊन केले नसणार आहे आणि इंजिनिअरिंग मॅनेजमेंटबद्दल तुम्हाला सगळे आठवणीत असणार आहे. ओके. तर आपण आपल्या इंजिनिअरिंग मॅनेजमेंटबद्दल एक क्विक रिव्ह्यू घेऊया की आपण आत्तापर्यंत इंजिनिअरिंग मॅनेजमेंटमध्ये काय काय शिकलो. ओके. सो लेट्स गो. सो बेसिकली आपण स्टार्ट केलं होतं आपला सब्जेक्ट इंजिनिअरिंग मॅनेजमेंट फ्रॉम आवर इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ मॅनेजमेंट. तर बेसिकली आपण हेनरी फोर्ड पायल काकांचे आपण 14 प्रिन्सिपल शिकलो होतो. आय होप ते सगळ्यांना लक्षात असतील. नेक्स्ट वी हॅड लर्न इन युनिट नंबर 1 that are the functions of management, that is planning, organization, staffing, direction, controlling, decision making. We had already learned the processes and various decision making trees. What is a decision making what is a decision tree, that we had already learned in that part. Okay. Then we had learned unit number 2, that is the quantitative techniques. Okay. In that unit we had learned linear programming, that is what is a simple linear programming model, what are the various graphical methods, what is a simplex method. Okay. Then next part we had learned, that is a transportation problem and assignment problems. Okay. I think you are aware about those two types. These two types are very important as per the exam point of view. Okay. In the transportation model we had learned the three types, basically northwest method, least cost methods, and VAM method. Okay. In assignment model we had also learned about various things. Okay. Then we had learned about the sensitivity analysis also. Okay. The next part we had learned in unit number 3, that is material management. Okay. In that material management we have learned about the various objectives of the material management, what is exactly need of the inventory control, what is inventory control, that is we had learned in this chapters or in this unit. Okay. Then EOQ analysis is also done, or we can say we had done with the EOQ analysis also, ABC analysis also. We also learned about the safety stock, what is a safety stock, what is the purchase procedure, what is an store recordings. Okay. In 5th unit about the legal aspect, that is we had learned various types of any acts, that is an Workman Compensation Act and Minimum Wages Act, Child Labor Act, Building and Other Construction Work Act. Okay. And we had also learned about the site organization and what is site. Okay. In 5th unit. And in 6th unit we had learned about the what is a value engineering, what are the various concepts in value engineering. Okay. We had also learned what is a work study method. Okay. And we also learned about the quality management and various concept includes in the quality management, that is what is a quality circle, what is an ISO 9000, what is an sampling and testing. Okay. That all part we had covered already. Okay. Now one unit remaining for completing our syllabus, that is an unit number 4, economics. Okay. More about the part we have already completed from this chapter also, that is what is an importance of the economics, what is a time value of the money, what is an equivalence. Okay. Let us do again the introduction part. Okay. Let's revise that economics part. Okay. So basically what is economics? Okay. So previously in our engineering part or in our engineering management part there are we learn about many about like the material, what is a material management, what is a quality management. In the part of economics, we have to learn about the monetary management, that is an economy, or we can say money management. Okay, that is an money related management is included in the economics part. Okay, so the first thing is the relation between engineering and economics is very close, because in the current scenario, engineering we engineer are not only expected to create only the technical alternatives, but we have to also value them for the economical efficiency. Okay, means we have not only expected to give the technical solution. Okay, we have to also derive, or we have to also give some economical efficiency with our technical alternatives also. Okay, for the evaluating the overall life cycle cost of the project, we have to also do the economic study of our total project. So we have to knowledge about the economics for the engineering economics. Okay, in the construction project, economics affects in the various parts, like the decision making of the in the decision making of cost material to purchasing the material. For that cost, we have to think about the economics, from the scrapping of the equipment, bonus, penalty clauses. Okay, and there are many points that we have to consider while doing the economics part. Okay, so these are the various introduction of the economics. Okay, I think you got what is an economics. Okay, next part is the importance of the engineering economics. Okay, so basically engineering economics deals with the various important factors like site selection. Okay, various economic like site selection, planning, equipment selection, labor payment, transportation system. Okay, engineering economics is also helps in understanding the organization general economics environment. Okay, what is a general organization environment about the economic. Okay, what kind of economy of our organization, that can be identified by studying the engineering economics of our organization. Okay, engineering economics is also provides the basis for the resource allocation. It is also concerned with the decision making of the engineering problem of economic nature, that I said in the previous slide. Okay, it is also helps in controlling and reducing the cost, various costs, that is an initial cost, scrapping value. Okay, the scrapping cost, and there are many costs are involved while executing or starting the project. That cost can be also controlled and reduced by doing the engineering economics. Okay, it can helps also in maximization of profit. Okay, it is also helps in increasing the production and productivity of the productivity of our total project. Okay, got it? What are the importance of the engineering economics? The next part is the time value of the money. Okay, the money has the time value. It is basically it is a relation between the value of money today and its value in the future day. Okay, considering the interest charged or paid for the use of the money. ओके, म्हणजेच काय की आज आपल्या पैशाला काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू आहे. ओके, आणि तीच व्हॅल्यू फ्युचर डेटमध्ये सुद्धा त्याची काहीतरी इन्क्रीज झाली असते. बरोबर आहे. तर ही इन्क्रीजिंग इन द व्हॅल्यू जी काय झाली आहे ती कशामुळे झालेली आहे, तर तो काय इन्क्रीजिंग इन द व्हॅल्यू झालेली आहे ती इन टर्म्स ऑफ इंटरेस्ट चार्ज जो काय आपला झालेला आहे, किंवा आपल्याला एखाद्याकडून पैसे घेतले असतील तर ते पैसे आपल्याला जे काय पेड करायला लागणार आहे आपण पैसे वापरल्याबद्दल, तो जो त्याच्यासाठी जो काय इंटरेस्ट चार्ज झाला आहे. ओके, तो जो काय आपल्याला पेड करायचा आहे आणि त्याच्यामुळे जी काय व्हॅल्यू वाढणार आहे पैशाची, दॅट इज द टाइम व्हॅल्यू ऑफ मनी. ओके, द चेंज इन द अमाउंट ऑफ मनी ओवर ए गिवन टाइम पिरियड इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज अ टाइम व्हॅल्यू ऑफ मनी. ओके, द increase in the time value of money is due to the interest. Time value of money helps to determine what is an economically in long run. आपल्याला जे काय लॉंग रनमध्ये आपल्याला जो काय प्रोजेक्ट पूर्ण आपला टाइम पिरियड असणार त्याच्यामध्ये इज दॅट प्रोजेक्ट इज इकॉनॉमिकल ऑर नो, दॅट डिसिजन कॅन बी टेक फ्रॉम दिस analysis, that is a time value analysis. Okay, it also helps to determine the economical run in the economical in long run. Okay, interest is the measure of the increase between the original sum borrowed or invested and the final amount to be paid or obtained. मग अशी ज्या पद्धतीने मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं. ओके, तर ह्याच्यामध्ये बेसिकली देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ द interest, that is one is the interest earned and that second one is the interest paid. Okay, when a person invested or the rent money or obtained a return of a larger amount over time. Okay, जेव्हा माणूस किंवा एखादा व्यक्ती आपले पैसे इन्व्हेस्टेड करतो किंवा दुसऱ्याला रेंटवरती देतो आणि एका टाइम पिरियड नंतर त्याला जे काय पैसे रिटर्नमध्ये येतात इंटरेस्टच्या स्वरूपात, तर तो जो काय इंटरेस्ट असणार आहे तो असणार आहे इंटरेस्ट ऑन. ओके, and next part is the interest paid when a person borrowed money or we can say taken a loan and repay a larger amount over a time. Okay, जेव्हा एखादा पर्सन एखाद्या पैसे उधार घेतो ओके किंवा लोन घेतो, त्यानंतर त्याला जो काय अमाऊंट इंटरेस्ट पे करायला लागतो त्याच्या लेजरला किंवा लेंडरला, तर तो जो काय अमाऊंट असणार आहे दॅट इज द इंटरेस्ट पेड. ओके, तर आपण ऑलरेडीच व्हॉट आर द ह्याच्यामधले जे काय टाईप आहे, देर आर व्हेरियस टाईप्स, दॅट इज दोज आर द व्हेरियस सिम्पल इंटरेस्ट, कंपाऊंड इंटरेस्ट. ओके, what are the various formulas about the interest earned and interest paid. Okay, those are already given to you by the notes, or we had already learned in our classroom. Okay, now go to the next part, that is an equivalence. Okay, equivalence means it is a combination of time value money and the interest rate. Okay, that is the equivalence means different sum of the amount or the different sum of the money at the different times are equal in the economical value. Okay, म्हणजे जी काय इकॉनॉमिक व्हॅल्यू असणार आहे ती टाइम पिरियडनुसार ती जी काय चेंज होणार आहे किंवा इन्क्रीज होणार आहे किंवा डिक्रीज होणार आहे. ओके, त्याला म्हणणार आपण काय इक्विव्हॅलन्स. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल आपण घेऊया, इफ समवन ऑफर्स यू अ गिफ्ट ऑफ ₹1000 today. Okay, or ₹1100 1 year from today, it would make no difference. That is interest rate of 10% per year जर आपण धरला तर त्याच्यामध्ये काय ही 1000 ची जी काय अमाऊंट असणार आहे ही तुमची आजची अमाऊंट प्लस 10%चा जो काय इंटरेस्ट असणार आहे ह्या 10,000 रुपयाचा हा असा मिळून हा तुम्हाला आफ्टर 1 year 1100 रुपये होणार. ओके, म्हणजे तुम्हाला 1000 रुपये आज दिले काय आणि 1100 रुपये एका वर्षानंतर दिले काय, दोन पण सेम. ओके, what is the concept of equivalence. Okay, so for the past year also we can do the same thing. Okay, तर एका वर्षापाठीमागं जर आत्ता 1000 रुपये दिला आणि एका वर्षापाठीमागं 909 रुपये दिले, both are the same. Okay, got it. What is the equivalence? The next part is the cash flow diagram. This is the very important part in our economics study. Okay, so what is a cash flow diagram? So basically every company or a person has the receipt, that is his account his income, and cash disbursement, that is the cost which occurs over a particular time span. Okay, तर प्रत्येक माणसाच्याकडं काय ना काहीतरी इन्कम येत असणार आहे आणि काय ना काहीतरी त्याचे कॅश डिस्बर्समेंट होत असणार आहे, म्हणजेच काय त्याची कॉस्ट जात असणार. ओके, तर क्लासमध्ये आपण ह्याचं एक्झाम्पल मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं, म्हणजे ते आपल्या वॉलेटमध्ये पैसे आले की काय समजायचं, इन्कम झाला, आणि आपल्या वॉलेटमधून पैसे गेले म्हणजेच काय झाले, ते आपले जे काय आउटपुट असतात ते काय असतात, आपले सगळे कॅश डिस्बर्समेंट. ओके, so basically the receipt and the disbursement in a given time period intervals are called as a cash flow diagram. Okay, the receipt आणि disbursement ची जी काय टाइम इंटरवल मधली जी काय डायग्राम असणार आहे त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, कॅश फ्लो डायग्राम. ओके, सो पॉझिटिव्ह कॅश फ्लो मीन्स रिप्रेझेंट द रिसिप्ट अँड द निगेटिव्ह कॅश फ्लो रिप्रेझेंट द कॅश डिस्बर्समेंट. ओके, तर बेसिकली ह्याच्यामध्ये दोन पार्ट असतात, तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना माहीतच आहे. आय होप सगळ्यांना लक्षात असेल, आपले लेक्चर सगळे जुने विसरू नका. हॉरिझॉन्टल टाईमलाईन जी काय आहे ही ही असणार आहे ही हॉरिझॉन्टल टाईमलाईन, त्याच्यावरती आपले सगळे टाईम पिरियड असणार आहे. आणि जी काय व्हर्टिकल लाईन्स असणार आहेत दॅट इज द कॅश फ्लो लाईन्स. ओके, तर आता ह्याच्यामध्ये पण दोन प्रकारचे कॅश फ्लो असणार आहेत. एक असणार आहे तो म्हणजे बॉरोवरचा कॅश फ्लो डायग्राम आणि दुसरा असणार आहे तो म्हणजे लेंडरचा. ओके, लेंडर म्हणजे जो माणूस आपल्याला पैसे देणार आहे. ओके, किंवा आपण ज्याच्याकडून उधारी घेणार आहे त्याच्याकडून. ओके, तर जर समजा ही डायग्राम मीन्स इफ दिस कॅश फ्लो डायग्राम इज about the lenders, then the cash flow diagram will look like this. ओके, म्हणजेच काय करणार आहे, लेंडरकडून जे काय पैसे असणार आहेत ते त्याच्या कॅश डिस्बर्समेंटमध्ये जाणार आहे. ओके, आणि आफ्टर ओव्हर अ टाईम पिरियड त्याच्यासाठी काय असणार आहे, एक 5 वर्षानंतर एक 10 वर्षानंतर त्याच्याकडं हे जे काय पैसे त्याने दिलेले आहेत ते त्याला परत मिळणार आहे. ओके, विथ रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. ओके, आणि असं हीच डायग्राम जर समजा आपल्याला बॉरोवरसाठी काढायची म्हणली तर बॉरोवरसाठी डायग्राम कशी येणार आहे, तर बेसिकली त्याला इथं काय येणार आहे, पॉझिटिव्ह कॅश फ्लो येणार आहे इथं वरच्या बाजूला. ओके, इथं वरच्या बाजूला त्याला इथं कॅश इनफ्लो असणार आहे, म्हणजेच त्याच्याकडे काय असणार आहे, रिसिप्ट असणार आहे. ओके, आणि ओव्हर अ टाईम पिरियडला काय करायचं आहे, कॅश इथं परत द्यायचं आहे. ओके, म्हणजे इथं काय असणार आहे, इथं कॅश डिस्बर्समेंट म्हणजे इथं निगेटिव्ह कॅश फ्लो असणार. ओके, आय होप सगळ्यांना ही कॅश फ्लो डायग्राम व्यवस्थित ती कळली असणार आहे. आपल्याला लेक्चरमध्येच माझ्यामध्ये क्लासरूम लेक्चरमध्येच ही व्यवस्थित डायग्राम कळली असणार आहे. ओके, रिव्हिजनसाठी आपण हे परत एकदा सगळं पाहतो. ओके, the next and important part is the interest rate. Okay, interest rate factor or cash flow based problems. Okay, तर हे आपल्याला एक्झाम पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यूने खूप इम्पॉर्टंट प्रॉब्लेम आहेत. हे आपण आय थिंक दिस इज आवर लास्ट लेक्चर. ओके, आपण हे लेक्चर हे जे काय प्रॉब्लेम घेतले होते ते आपलं शेवटचं लेक्चर होतं, क्लासरूम लेक्चर. ओके, तर आपण ह्या टाईपचे सगळे प्रॉब्लेम आपण क्लासरूममध्ये सॉल्व करून घेतलेले आहेत. ओके, सो बेसिकली इन दिस फॅक्टर वी हॅव द प्रेझेंट व्हॅल्यू, P for the present value, F stand for the future value, A stand for the number of interest period in the years. Okay, R stand for the rate of interest per year, A is the uniform series, compound amount occurs at the end of each year. Okay, तर आपल्याला कसे प्रॉब्लेम आले असणार आहेत की आपल्याला हे एफ फाइंड करायचं असणार आहे किंवा आपल्याला काय दिलेलं असणार आहे, पी दिलेलं असणार. ओके, तर तेव्हा आपल्याला आय प्लस 1 plus I raised to bracket raised to n, this formula we have to apply. Okay, so to म्हणजे आपल्याला जेव्हा हा सिम्बॉल दाखवण्यासाठी आपल्याला एफ बाय पी comma I percentage and n. Okay, to determine or to show the single payment compound amount factor we have to denote this symbol. Okay, okay, for example आपण हे बघितलेलं की when there is any single amount single payment present per factor. Okay, in short we written as the SPPWF. Okay, single payment present per factor. हा जर आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं असेल तर प्रॉब्लेम will comes like that. A person desired to have rupees 10,795 rupees after 10 years from now. What amount he should deposit now to provide for it, and interest rate is the 8%. Okay, तर एका माणसाला 10,795 रुपये पाहिजेला आहे किती वर्षानंतर, 10 वर्षानंतर. ओके, तर आता त्या माणसाने किती रुपये डिपॉझिट केले पाहिजे की त्याला रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट 8% असणार आहे, तर त्याला 10 वर्षानंतर 10,795 95 रुपये मिळतील. ओके, तर आपल्याला इथं काय माहीत नाही, what we don't know in this problem, that is the present worth. Okay, here it is denoted the question mark. Okay, we don't know about the present worth. Okay, but we know the future worth. What is the future worth? That is rupees 10,795 rupees. Okay, total time period is the 10 years, that is n equals to 10. Rate of interest is the 8%. Okay, so solve this problem by using this table. Okay, SPPWF. Okay, here you can see, here denote the all the symbols. Okay, and here is the formula for SPPWF, that is 1 divided by in bracket 1 plus I raised to n. Okay, we insert all the values into our formula, that is the 10,795 rupees, that is the future worth, into 1 as it is, plus 1 plus 0.08, that is the interest rate converted into percentage. Okay, here converted into points. Okay, 0.08 raised to 10, that is the years. Number of time period, that is the 10. Okay, what we got, that is an present worth is the 5,000 rupees. Okay, means a person invested the 5,000 rupees today, then by the interest rate of 8%, after a 10 years we will got amount 10,795. ओके, तर अशा पद्धतीचे सगळे प्रॉब्लेम्स आपण हे जे काय तुम्हाला दिसत आहेत त्या सगळ्याचे आपण घेतलेले आहेत. ओके, तुमची जरा वही चेक करा, कुठं धूळ कात पडल्या जरा बघा, धूळ झटका आणि अभ्यास चालेल. ओके, सो तर आता आपल्याला आपला जो काय पार्ट राहिला आहे तो आपल्याला आता इथून पुढं शिकायचा आहे. काय अशा पद्धतीचे आपले जे काही व्हिडिओ लेक्चर्स येणार आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला हा पार्ट टोटली सगळा कवर करायचा आहे. ओके, सो बेसिकली वी हॅव टू लर्न नाव द इकॉनॉमिक कंपॅरिझन. ओके, so basically what is an engineering economical comparisons? Okay, so it is an essential to evaluate the various alternative to compare the and select the best one. Okay, तर बेसिकली आपण कुठली कन्स्ट्रक्शन ॲक्टिव्हिटी चालू करत असताना आपल्याकडे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे अल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल असतात. मग इट मे बी द मशीनचे अल्टरनेटिव्ज असतील, इट मे बी द मेथडचे अल्टरनेटिव्ज असतील. तर विच वन इज द इकॉनॉमिकल फॉर completion of the project, that we have to choose. Okay, to select the best one as per the economics, for that we need the economical comparison methods. Okay, got it? What are the economical comparison methods? To select the best alternatives from the available alternatives. Okay, so the economical analysis of the each alternative elements the cash flow estimates for the parameters like the initial cost. Okay, इनिशियल कॉस्टसाठी जे काय आपलं अल्टरनेटिव्स असणार आहे ते फाइंड आउट करण्यासाठी आपल्याला ह्याची हेल्प होणार आहे. फॉर द ॲन्युअल कॉस्ट कंपॅरिझन ॲन्युअल रेव्हेन्यूज असणार आहे, जे काय सर्व्हिस लाईफ कंपॅरिझन असणार आहे, सॅल्वेज लाईफ असणार आहे किंवा सॅल्वेज व्हॅल्यूची काय असणार आहे त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला इकॉनॉमिकल कंपॅरिझन्सची हेल्प होणार आहे. ओके, आणि त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला इकॉनॉमिकल कंपॅरिझन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करणं किंवा इकॉनॉमिकल कंपॅरिझनची ॲनालिसिस करणं is important. Okay, so basically these are the various methods for the economical comparison. That is the present worth method. The next one is the equivalent uniform annual cost method, that is in short we can say EUAC method. The next one is the capitalized cost method. Next is the net present value method, rate of return method, benefit cost ratio method, payback period method, linear break even analysis method. Okay, these are the various economical comparison methods. Okay, now start with the first method, that is the present worth method. Okay, so basically in this method all the future costs are transformed to the equivalent cost now. Okay, जे काय आपले फ्युचरचे जे काय कॉस्ट असणार आहे ते आपल्याला कशात ट्रान्सफर करायचे आहेत, इक्विव्हॅलंट कॉस्ट आत्ताच्यामध्ये. ओके, दॅट इज द ऑल फ्युचर कॅश फ्लोज आर कन्वर्टेड टू द प्रेझेंट अमाऊंट ॲट द स्पेसिफिक रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. ओके, त्याचा जो काय स्पेसिफिक रेट ऑफ रिटर्न असणार आहे त्याच्यानुसार आपल्याला आत्ता प्रेझेंट अमाऊंटमध्ये तो कॅश फ्लो कन्वर्ट करायचा. ओके, इफ देर इज ओनली वन अल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल, द अल्टरनेटिव्स इज इकॉनॉमिकली जस्टिफाईड इफ PWD इज मोर दॅन 0. सॉरी, PW इज मोर दॅन 0. ओके, म्हणजे जर एकच अल्टरनेटिव्ह आपल्याकडे अवेलेबल असेल तर PWD इज मोर दॅन 0 असेल तर तो अल्टरनेटिव्ह आपल्यासाठी इकॉनॉमिकल आहे. ओके, इफ देर आर 2 or the more alternatives available, the present worth of the all alternatives are found. ओके, जर एकापेक्षा जास्त अल्टरनेटिव्ज आपल्याकडे अवेलेबल असतील तर प्रत्येक मेथडचा आपल्याला प्रेझेंट वर्थ कॅल्क्युलेट करायला पाहिजे. ओके, द अल्टरनेटिव्स विथ द लोवेस्ट PW कॉस्ट, दॅट इज द लेस निगेटिव्ह और द मोर पॉझिटिव्ह इज द मोस्ट इकॉनॉमिकल. ओके, तर हा जो काय पार्ट आहे हा आपण पुढे जेव्हा प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करू तेव्हा आपल्याला लक्ष येते. ओके, so there are basically two important types of or we can say two important types of the PW methods, that is the PW analysis for the equal lifespan alternatives and PW analysis for the different lifespan alternatives. ओके, तर हे जे काय लाईफस्पॅन आहे काय आहे ते लाईफ अल्टरनेटिव्स हे आपल्याला प्रॉब्लेम बघताना कळते. ओके, तर ह्या PW analysis of the equal lifespan alternatives have the two types of the methods. Okay, first one is the revenue dominated cash flow PW method and cost dominated cash flow PW method. Okay, let's go for the first part, that is the equal lifespan alternative. Okay, that is the revenue dominated cash flow PW method. Okay, तर आपण डायरेक्टली प्रॉब्लेमकडे जाऊया. प्रॉब्लेमवरून तुम्हाला टोटल आयडिया काय आहे या प्रॉब्लेमची सगळी क्लिअर होईल. ओके, सो बेसिकली प्रॉब्लेम असा आहे, अँड इंडस्ट्री इज प्लॅनिंग टू एक्सपांड इट्स प्रोडक्शन. इट हॅज आयडेंटिफाईड द 2 different technologies for the same. The details of the 2 technologies are given below. Suggests the best technology. Rate of interest is the 15% per year and use PW method. ओके, सो बेसिकली काय की इंडस्ट्रीला त्यांचं प्रोडक्शन एक्सपांड करायचं आहे. ओके, तर त्यांना 2 डिफरंट अल्टरनेटिव्ह टेक्नॉलॉजी मिळालेली आहे. ओके, तर त्यांना त्याच्यापैकी बेस्ट अल्टरनेटिव्ह कुठला आहे हे आपल्याला त्यांना सांगायचं आहे. ओके, तर बेसिकली त्यांचा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट असणार आहे 15% पर इयर. ओके, तर त्यांनी इथं 2 टेक्नॉलॉजीज दिलेल्या आहेत, टेक्नॉलॉजी A अँड टेक्नॉलॉजी B. ओके, तर all information are given here. That is the annual cost of technology 1 is the 10 lakh rupees, technology B is the 20 lakh rupees. Okay, then the annual revenue is the 4 lakh rupees for the technology A, and for technology B it is a 6 lakh rupees. Okay, salvage value is 0 here for technology A and salvage value is 0 for technology B. I think you know about the salvage value. Okay, you are all aware about the salvage value. Okay, that is the जेव्हा त्याची लाईफस्पॅन संपणार आहे त्या मशीनचा, तर आफ्टर ऑल त्याच्या शेवटी सगळ्यात शेवटी त्याची जी काय व्हॅल्यू असणार आहे ती असणार आहे ती म्हणजे सॅल्वेज व्हॅल्यू. ओके, देन द सर्व्हिस लाईफस्पॅन फॉर टेक्नॉलॉजी दॅट इज द technology is the 10 years, for technology B also 10 years. ओके, तर आपण सोल्युशनकडे जाऊया आता. तर फॉर टेक्नॉलॉजी A, सी द कॅश फ्लो डायग्राम. ओके, बेसिकली ॲन्युअल कॉस्ट इज द कॅश डिस्बर्समेंट. ओके, तर सगळ्यात पहिला आपल्याला ॲन्युअल कॉस्ट म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, सगळ्यात पहिला इनिशियली इन्व्हेस्टमेंट करायला लागणार आहे. ओके, मीन्स हिअर डिनोटेड ॲज द negative cash flow. Okay, that is the P is equal to 10 lakh rupees. Okay, आणि जो काय आपल्याला annual revenue होणार आहे. Okay, revenue means काय, what, that is the income that is shown in the positive. Okay, and the lifespan is the 10 years. Okay, you are seeing here the service lifespan is the 10 year. okay, and rate of interest is the 15%. Okay, simply solve the problem, that is the PW of the technology A, that is the PW of the initial cost plus PW of the revenues, that is PW of revenues. Okay, revenues चा काय असणार आहे PW, त्यांची summation is PW of total technology. Okay, for the PW of technology A equals to, basically first is the initial cost, that is the simply 10 lakh rupees, okay, plus annual revenues 4 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees, okay, and this 4 lakh rupees is the uniform series present per factor. Okay, so hence here denoted as the P by A into I percentage into N. Okay, these are not a single payment. Okay, these all amount is coming from the 10 years. Okay, for the each year, from the each year. Okay, so here uniform series present per factor is come. Okay, got it? That is an in this part simply calculation is done. Okay, that is the minus 10 lakh rupees plus 4 lakh rupees into I plus I bracket raised to n minus 1 divided by I into I plus I bracket raised to n. This is a formula of USPWN. Okay, as you know, as we previously solved in our slide, or you have already solved problem on that. Okay, simply insert the values into this formula, that is the one as it is, plus 0.15% is the rate of interest. Okay, percentage is converted into points raised to n, that is the time period 10 years minus 1 divided by I 0.15 into 1 plus again I 0.15% bracket raised to n. Okay, this comes near about 20 lakhs 7,507. Okay, and the final answer is the summation of this minus 10 lakh rupees plus 20 lakh 7,507 rupees, that is comes near that comes 10 lakh 7,507. Okay, got it? What is the technology A PW? Okay, the next part is the PW for the technology B. Okay, see, 20 lakh rupees is the annual cost, 20 lakh rupees. Okay, so annual revenue is the 6 lakh rupees, annual revenue is the 6 lakh rupees. Okay, time period is the 10 years, 1 2 3 4 to 10 years. I is the 15%. Okay, as we previously solved this problem, here also for technology B we have to do the same calculations. Okay, that is the PW of the initial cost is the 20 lakh rupees plus PW annual revenue is the 6 lakh rupees. Okay, the 6 lakh rupees is coming from the uniform series payment, so here taken as the uniform series present per factor. Okay, by inserting all the values we come and we get answer, that is the 10 lakh 11,261 rupees. Okay, now we have to compare both the alternatives, that is technology of A is the 10 lakh 7,507 rupees, and for the technology B PW is come, that is the 10 lakh 11,260. Okay, for the revenue dominated revenues, the alternative with the highest PU, highest PW is the most positive is the selected. Okay, जेव्हा रेव्हेन्यू डॉमिनेटेड अल्टरनेटिव्ह आपल्याला जेव्हा काढायचे असतात तर त्याच्यातून जो काय हायेस्ट PW असणार आहे तो आपल्याला सिलेक्ट करायचा आहे. ओके, तर ह्या टेक्नॉलॉजी A and टेक्नॉलॉजी B, which one is the highest? That is the B. Okay, the answer is the technology P is the best alternative for this expansion of production. Okay, technology B is the best technology. Okay, got it. What is an revenue dominated cash flow? अशा पद्धतीचे प्रॉब्लेम्स तुम्हाला युनिव्हर्सिटीच्या एक्झाम पेपरमध्ये येणार. ओके, द नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज द और द सेकंड टाइप इज द कॉस्ट डॉमिनेटेड कॅश फ्लो PW मेथड. ओके, तर ह्याच्यामध्ये काय असणार आहे तुम्हाला एक्स्ट्रा माहिती, तर ह्याच्यामध्ये सॅल्वेज व्हॅल्यू ॲडिशनल तुम्हाला दिलेले असणार आहे. ओके, so go to the next problem, that is the details of the two construction machines are given below. Make a comparison. If the rate of interest is the 12% per year, use PW method. Okay, PW method वापरून आपल्याला ह्या बोथ मशीन पैकी कुठलं मशीन बेस्ट आहे हे त्यांना आपल्याला चूज करून द्यायचं. ओके, सो व्हॉट डाटा इज गिवन हियर, that is the initial cost, annual of O&M means operating and maintenance cost. Okay, next is the salvage value and service life year. Okay, the both service life year are the same, means it is a equal lifespan alternatives. Okay, what is an equal lifespan? Here also the lifespan is the 10 years, means technology A and technology B have equal lifespan. Okay, and here also both are the equal, means it is a type of the equal life alternatives. Okay, got it. तो बेसिकली काय दिले आपल्याला, इनिशियल कॉस्ट दिले, म्हणजेच काय असणार आहे, बेसिकली इट इज द कॅश डिस्बर्समेंट. ओके, सो P इज द कॅश डिस्बर्समेंट. ओके, so what is the cash disbursement here? That is the 10 lakh rupees, sorry 1 lakh rupees. Okay, here is the 1 lakh rupees, that is the initial cost. Okay, and what is the annual operating and maintenance cost is the 60,000 rupees. Okay, it is an actually cash disbursement. Okay, so it is an represented as the negative. Okay, in previous year here is the revenue, hence it is indicated on the upward side, that is on the positive side, but here it is the disbursement. Okay, hence it is an represented as the negative. Okay, that is the uniform amount is the rupees 60,000 for us for the annual operating and maintenance cost. Okay, and finally at the salvage value means what, that is the income. Okay, by selling equipment you can get the rupees 10,000 rupees, that is the salvage value, hence it is denoted as the positive. Okay, that is the 10,000 rupees. And what is the rate of interest given, that is the 12%. I is equal to 12% is given here. Okay, understand what is the cash flow diagram for machining. Okay, next part is the PW of the machining. PW of the initial cost plus operating and maintenance cost plus salvage value. Okay, we have to consider here the salvage value also. Okay, so basically PWA, that is the 1 lakh rupees. Okay, it is denoted negative because it is the cash disbursement. Then next is the 60,000 rupees, that is the annual operating and maintenance cost. Okay, we have to done on the uniform series, hence here uniform series present per factor is considered. Okay, the next part is the 10,000 rupees. Okay, that is the salvage value we are getting, and this is getting on a single basis only. Okay, means at the end of the lifespan we are getting only once the salvage value. Okay, hence the single payment present per factor consider here. Okay, got it. Where when to use uniform series present per factor and single payment present per factor. Okay, simply put the formulas for both the USPWF and SPPWF. Okay, that is the minus 1 lakh rupees, minus 60,000 rupees into 1 plus I raised to bracket raised to n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I bracket raised to n plus here the 10,000 rupees into 1 divided by 1 plus I bracket raised to n. Okay, simply put the values into the formula, that is the 1 as it is plus 0.12% is the rate of interest converted into the points, bracket raised to 10, that is the total lifespan, okay, plus 10,000 rupees, that is the salvage value, into 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 0.12, that is the rate of interest, bracket raised to 10. Okay, calculate all the calculations, all the values, then you will get the answer, that is the minus 4,35,793. Okay, now do the same procedure for machine B also. Okay, see here the present value, that is the initial cost is the 1,70,000 and show is in the negative, that is a cash disbursement. Then 50,000 rupees are the operating and the maintenance cost and showing in the negative, and it is and a total lifespan is the 10 years. Okay, and at the end of the 10 years he is getting the salvage value 20,000 rupees. Okay, hence it is showing in the positive side. Okay, I is the percentage rate of interest, that is the 12%. Okay, simply put the values in these formulas, those are same in the type A calculation. Okay, that is the USPWF and SPPWF. Okay, you will get the answer, that is the minus 44,060 minus 44,671. Okay, so for the cost dominated alternatives, the alternative with the lowest PW cost, that is the less negative, is selected as the best alternatives. Okay, keep in mind that is what should we have to select. Okay, in revenue dominated cash flow we have to select the most positive things or the most positive alternative, and in the cost dominated cash flow we have to select the less negative alternatives. Okay, so from both the machine A and machine B, the less negative number is the for the PW is the for the machine A. Okay, since select the machine A. Okay, got it? Both the example from the same lifespan alternatives. Okay, I think you got very well. Then the next part is the PW analysis of the different lifespan alternatives. Okay, तर आता मगाशी काय बघितले आपण, तर 10 इयर्सचे सर्व्हिस लाईफस्पॅन असणारे अल्टरनेटिव्ह झाले तर काय करायचं आहे, तर आता समजा जर डिफरंट लाईफस्पॅन आले, फॉर एक्झाम्पल हिअर कम्स द 4 and lifespan here comes the 6. Okay, then which alternative we have to choose, that we had learned in this PW analysis of the different lifespan alternatives. Okay, so basically in this the different lifespan alternatives, a simple comparison of two alternatives would not be accurate. Okay, ज्या पद्धतीने आपण इथे ज्या पद्धतीने आपण केलंय, ज्या पद्धतीने आपण इथं डायरेक्ट कंपॅरिझन केलंय त्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला इथं कंपॅरिझन ॲक्युरेटली येऊ शकत नाही. ओके, ॲज इन वन केस देअर वुड बी द नीड टू रिप्लेस द प्लांट. ओके, एनी कॉस्ट लायकली टू बी रिक्वायर्ड ॲट दॅट टाइम शुड बी अप्रोप्रिएटली अकाउंटेड फॉर द बजेटिंग. ओके, जर आफ्टर टाइम स्पॅन जी काय आपल्याला रिप्लेसमेंट करावी लागणार आहे मशीन्सची, ओके, तीच काय मशीन खराब होणार आहे किंवा त्याची जे काय स्क्रॅपिंग होत जाणार आहे त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला ती रिप्लेसमेंट करावी लागणार आहे आफ्टर सम टाईम पिरियड. ओके, तर त्याचं कॅल्क्युलेट आपल्याला बजेटिंगमध्ये घेता येणार नाही जर आपण हे डायरेक्ट मेथडनं केलं, आणि इट विल नॉट कम ॲक्युरेट. ओके, सो वी हॅव द अनदर मेथड known as the common multiple method is used for this type of alternative. ज्या पद्धतीने डिफरंट लाईफस्पॅनचे अल्टरनेटिव्ह सॉल्व करण्यासाठी आपल्याला कॉमन मल्टिपल मेथड आहे. ओके, Okay, in this method the least common multiple of the lives is determined and used for the comparison. ओके, तर ह्याच्यातून आपल्याला काय काढायचं आहे, लिस्ट कॉमन मल्टिपल. तर हा लिस्ट कॉमन मल्टिपल काय आहे. So see, for example, if alternatives have the life period of the 2 years, 3 year, 4 year and 6 year, okay, they will be put in the use for the period of the 12 years. Okay, getting my point. जर आपल्याकडं 2, 3, 4 आणि 6 ह्या वर्षाचे जर अशा पद्धतीने जर आपल्याकडं अल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल असतील, ओके, तर ह्यांच्यातून लिस्ट कॉमन मल्टिपल आपण काय काढू शकतो. ओके, मी सी, जर 12 वर्षाचा जर आपण टाइम पिरियड जर फायनलाइज केला तर आपण काय करू शकतो. दिस मीन्स दॅट द अल्टरनेटिव्ह विथ द 2 year लाईफ पिरियड शॅल बी रिप्लेस्ड इन द 6 टाइम. ओके, म्हणजे 2-2 वर्षाने जर मशीन अल्टरनेटिव्ह करायचं म्हटलं तर आपण 12 वर्षामध्ये 6 वेळा मशीन रिप्लेस केल्यानंतर आपल्याला कंपॅरिझन करताना तो अल्टरनेटिव्ह फाइंड आउट परफेक्ट होऊ शकतो. ओके, if we have the 3 years replaced for the 4 times. ओके, जर आपण 3 वर्षाने रिप्लेसमेंट करायची म्हणली तर आपल्याला 4 वेळा रिप्लेस करावी लागणार आहे. ओके, द अल्टरनेटिव्ह विथ द 4 year replaced in the 3 times and the alternative with the 6 years replaced for 2 times. Okay, got it. Just we have simply find out the least common multiple, जेणेकरून आपण सेम भागात त्याला डिवाइड करून एक फायनल आन्सर आणू शकतो. ओके, फ्रॉम द प्रॉब्लेम वी कॅन गेट द क्लिअर आयडिया अबाउट these alternatives. Okay, so let's go to the problem, that is the using the present worth method compare the following equipment and suggest which should be the purchased if rate of interest is the 12%. okay, the rate of interest 12% आहे आणि आपल्याला ह्या दोन्ही मेथडपैकी बेस्ट मेथड कुठल्याही त्यांना चूज करून द्यायचं. ओके, so you can see here there are basically two equipments, that is equipment A and equipment B. That is the initial cost is rupees 25,000 and another is the 35,000. okay, then the annual operating and maintenance cost is the 9,000 rupees for the equipment A and equipment B is the 7,000 rupees. Salvage value is the 2,000 rupees and equipment for the equipment B salvage value is the 3,500. okay, and lifespan is the 4 year and the 6 year. okay, तर ह्याचा आपण LCM काय काढू शकतोय, तर 12 years. okay, for the 12 years we can compare the both method. तर ते कसं, तर we can see now, that is the therefore there will be the 3 replacement of the equipment A. okay, तर 4 वर्षानंतर आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, त्या इक्विपमेंटची रिप्लेसमेंट करायची आहे. म्हणजे एकदा 4 म्हणजे इथं एकदा या 4 वर्षानंतर मीन्स फॉर द फर्स्ट 4 year, then again for the next 4 year, that is here at the 8th year, and after completing the lifetime. okay, here we don't need to replace the machine. okay, means we have to replace the machine in 3 times. okay, that is the for the 3 replacement for the equipment A. okay, here they are denoted, that is the first at the 0 year, second at the 4th year and third at the 8th year. And there will be the 2 replacement for the equipment B, that is the first at the 0 years and second at the 6 year. okay, so initially replacement म्हणजे काय, तर ती जी काय इनिशियल कॉस्ट असणार आहे तीच त्याची फर्स्ट रिप्लेसमेंट असणार आहे. okay, got it. so basically here all the operating and maintenance cost is given. okay, and the initial cost is given, so all the numbers is comes here, all are the negative. That is you are seeing A, that is A is the 9,000 rupees, annual operating and maintenance cost is the 9,000 rupees, it is denoted as the negative cash flow. okay, so for the PW of the A, that is the first is the initial replacement cost, that is PW is the initial replacement cost or the initial cost, that is the 25,000 plus PWD for the second replacement, that is after 4 year, here comes the 25,000 rupees Okay, and here also comes the salvage value also. Okay, when we replace the machine, we also get some salvage value also. Okay, so here the salvage value is the 2000 rupees. यांचा जास्त झाला. Okay, here is the correction. Okay, only here is the only 2000 rupees. Okay, 2000 rupees is the 2000 rupees is the salvage value. Okay, that is the income, hence it is denoted as the positive cash flow. Okay, so total overall PW formula comes here and become the PWD A equals to PWD for the first replacement, that is the initial cost, plus PWD for PW for the second replacement, plus PW for the third replacement. Okay, plus operating and maintenance cost for all the years, plus PW of the salvage value at the fourth year इकडची, plus PW of the salvage value at the 8th year इकडची, plus PW of salvage value at 12th year. Okay, final salvage value. Okay, so as we discussed in the previous, that is the salvage value is the SPPW, that is the single payment factor. Okay, here comes, that is the salvage value is the single payment, and operating and maintenance cost is also, it is what is uniform series payment. Okay, operating and maintenance cost and the revenue, those are all in the what sorry, both are in the uniform series payment. Okay, got it. So here the SPPWF for the replacement 25,000 rupees, and for the operating and maintenance cost, that is the uniform series payment compares. Okay, and for again the salvage value, here comes the single payment present worth factor for all the what we can say, all the salvage value. Okay, simply put the formulas of the SPPWF and USPWF. Okay, you know this formula now very well. Okay, simply put the values into this PWA methods and you can get the answer, that is the minus 10,000 1,04,143 rupees. Okay, for PWA method. Okay, like that only we have to solve for the equipment B. Here comes, that is we have to replace this equipment for the 2 times, that is after 6 years. Okay, here you can see here, basically first is the initial investment or the initial cost, then after 6 years here replace the machine and we get the salvage value of 3,500, hence salvage value is denoted as the positive, operating and maintenance cost is the negative, that is the 7,000 rupees, and after 6 years here comes only the salvage value. Okay, got it. What is a cash flow diagram? From same here as like same here, we have to solve here also for the PWB, that is the negative sign represents the negative cash flow, that is the minus 3,50,000 35,000 for the cash flow B initial cost, then minus 35,000 into single payment present worth factor for the 6 year, here replacement minus 7,000 rupees, that is the annual operating and maintenance cost is the uniform series payment. Okay, for the 12 years, plus 3,500 rupees salvage value, that is the uniform single payment present year. Okay, and next is for the 12 month. Okay, that is the PW for the B, that is minus 35,000. Okay, that is the first is the initial cost minus 35,000 into the first PPW for the 6 years. Okay, so hence here comes the 1 divided by 1 plus 0.12, that is the rate of interest converted into the percent point, that is the 12%, and this replacement is for the 6 years. Okay, so here comes the 6. Okay, this replacement here, this replacement is for the 4 years, hence here comes the 4. After that for the 8 years, here hence it is comes the 8. Okay, next the salvage value is for the 12 years. Okay, hence in this formula the 12 is comes here. Okay, like that only here is the 6 and 12 years. Okay, plus that is an overall overall operating and maintenance cost, that is an 7,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees. Okay, plus salvage value at 6 year, at 6 year, that is the 3,500 rupees. 1 divided by 1 plus 0.12 bracket raised to 6 plus for the 12 years, that is 3,500 into 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 0.12 raised to 12. Okay, by inserting all the values we can get the final answer, that is PW for the B equals to minus 93,000 sorry 9,000 just a minute. ओके, सॉरी आपण कुठं होतं, हां, तर after solving all these calculation we get the final value is the PWB equals to minus 93,421. Okay, we have to choose the less negative, that is from the machine A, that is the 1,04,143 and minus 93,421. Okay, so less negative is the part B. Okay, so we select the machine part B. Okay, so I hope you understand all the things about the comparison methods, economical comparison methods for the present worth method. Okay, for today we are stop here. Okay, thank you.